What's up, cool cats and kittens? Welcome back to the channel, and I hold this congregation today to show you guys the correlation between making really good beats for artists to hop on and being able to get some fucking pussy in your life. No, I'm just kidding. Today I am going through and making a beat, maybe a couple beats, probably one beat, but I'm gonna be making a beat for the We Love You 2 Tekka tape. We've been locking in with him for the past few weeks now, and we're just about done with the album. Today I think I'm gonna try and make some like dance hall trap stuff and kind of show you guys that process, but more so I don't really like doing like tutorials, so I'd rather just do like more of a commentary about, you know, random stuff while I'm making the beat. So I think I'm gonna do that, talk about politics, I'm gonna talk about like what I'm thinking about when I'm making the beat. Not so much like the super crazy techniques or anything like that, not even that there is any, just a little more like free flow kind of video. Yeah, let's get this thing to 2,000 likes. I have a new kit that I am still working on. I know it's been forever, but like I said, I've been locked in. I've been flying to Miami, been flying to LA, back and forth, trying to do this album, finish it. We're working on Nothing's Ever Good Enough 2 with Ian, and we're working on a Fetty Wap album, and we're working on the Internet Money album, and all right, let's jump into the video. I know, but for real, yeah, get this thing to 2,000 likes. I'm gonna send a beta version, which you guys are gonna see in here, and I'm gonna add more sounds to it too, of this kit, and it's super dope. It's my 2021 go-to drum kit, and it's just gonna have so many practical sounds that you guys are gonna want to use. It's gonna have midis, all that stuff, so a bunch of bonus loops too. So yeah, let's jump into the video. Alright, so here guys, I got pulled up a Gara loop. It's like a more dancehall loop, and I'm just gonna preview that. I'm gonna preview that here, and as you guys could see, I have everything stemmed out already. It didn't come like that. It came like kind of arranged somewhat, but I like doing my own arrangements. I'm gonna kind of talk to you guys through about that too. But here's a little preview of the loop. It's got like a super Tekka vibe. One of my main steps here is starting off by because I've been doing it so long, I kind of just think of like how I want the beat to come in off rip without even doing the drums. So I start arranging it in that fashion. So I'm going to kind of show you guys here. I'm going to have like a little intro section. It's going to have less sounds. Something maybe like this. We'll play around with it. Let's get more going here. I don't want that bass. This is going to be the intro. This is going to be the pre-hook, and then this section right here is going to be the beginning of the hook, and I just hear that island vibe on it, so I'm just going to come up with like a little island swing. For the most part, I want my hook to have a whole bunch of sounds because this is the most important part of the song. It's the most catchy part of the song, the hook. Sometimes people start with the verse, but I don't like doing that. I kind of like having the hook always come in first because it's the most memorable part, and that's the part you end the song off with too. I'll show you that, guys, a little bit later in the arrangement, but let's come up with something. I want to have, like I always talk about, a little roller coaster effect as I'm going through with the hook into the verse. So the first half of the hook, which is right here, I'm going to have maybe one less sound. I don't know which one yet, but I'm going to have one less sound, and then I'm going to just add those sounds in the second half of the hook. And then for the verse here, probably go something like this, and we'll try it out, see what works. We got that section. Yeah, builds up nice, and then it has a big drop for the verse where he could just start rapping and do crazy shit. So then the second half of that verse, it's gonna build up and it's gonna go to this part. Yeah, it's perfect. All right, we're gonna start this thing off. Usually I'll just have a loop like this so I can get an idea of like what it sounds like with the arrangement. So I got my starter clap from my new kit. It's got one clap right now as of right now, but I'm gonna be working on it a lot more. It's just a really good basic clap, a little bit higher frequency, a little bit higher pitch too. So it just gives it like a really nice bounce. And I'm just gonna try to come up with like that. Or you guys don't know what I'm thinking. All right, here. I be sounding dumb. Just hold on. Right now you're probably like, what the fuck is this guy doing? But it's gonna come together when all the other sounds come together. Trust the process. That's all that matters. Let's go with like a little roll here, maybe. Come over here. Change the velocities of these. need double that speed for sure. I want this to be a really like subtle thing right here, and then because this is one of the most important parts of the bounce, and then I'm just gonna try and come up with like a cool kick pattern with it. And then here I'm just gonna find an 808 that I like. It's this one, pretty standard. Come in here. And I already knew what kind of the bounce. I'm just gonna, the cool thing about like dancehall shit is that you can kind of just follow the bounce of the 808s and then kind of deviate from there. And F sharp's actually a pretty good key for tech. I kind of know what keys he works in just because I've been working with him so much. F sharp's is one of the dope keys he's in. Here, obviously, I'm going to have to take out the low end. I'm going to just mute it for now, and then I'll just add it back in. Come up with a cool 808, not 808, hi-hat bounce here, and what I'm thinking here is just spacious. I just want everything to be really spacious, because I'm going to add probably an open hat and maybe like a perk or two, and then call this beat done after I arrange it, and I'm going to show you guys that, but keep everything kind of spacious. What I'm thinking about is like pockets for him. One thing that people really don't do, especially producers, especially older producers, which I think younger producers do way better, is like they try to put themselves in the artist's shoes. Younger producers do this pretty well, so just start thinking of like Tekka vibes, bro. You just start trying to picture his voice and stuff, because if you can hear him rapping on it, then like if you hear him have a flow on it, then your chances are definitely higher. A lot of the times we get so wrapped up in just being producers and being like, how crazy can we make this shit, but if it doesn't sound like something he'd get on in the first place, like if you don't hear his tone or like or just his voice in general on it, then kind of just wasting your time. So it's really important to start picturing like, you know, the vibes in the session, or what it'd be like in the booth or something like that. You come up with some cool stuff that way. This is mad simple hi-hat loop, but I kind of like it, and then you just add your own little accents here and there. And then from here, I'm just going to bring everything in the mixer and just start arranging this thing. And add an open hat. I think an open hat would be cool. Let's go with the Nick open hat right here on the one. And then here, whoops. Here we'll come in, go like this, bomb, bomb, bingo, bango. Split by channel, and now I'm gonna bring everything in and start arranging. What I really like about the verse here is that the verse is just I can hear him on it. It just gives a bunch of room. But I think to finesse this a little more, I'm gonna find another cool layer in here. Go like this. Actually, I like it over here. I'm gonna make this unique and resample this, stretch it to 12, and then pitch it up an octave, then maybe add some effects to it. Now watch how cool we make this shit. And this is something you could do, just kind of add like your own little flair to all your beats and stuff so that you kind of have your own sound. I know Rio is really good with that. Like Rio has like a very distinct sound. And you're like, oh, that's some Rio shit. I've been trying to do that a little more. Just experimenting. You could really do whatever. I don't do it for everything. But you come up with some cool stuff. Nothing crazy, just something really simple. And then I'm going to come over here just for organization purposes. My OCD, I'm going to come over here and just highlight the ones that I changed so that I know throughout. I could just go like this and just have an idea of what sounds like what. I think over here as well. This is cool. I like this. I just want this to be louder, to be honest. So I'm gonna come in here like this. Copy all these over like this. Now these are all unique. I could turn the volume up on them. There we go. And maybe add a little more bounce to the hi-hats, and we're gonna call it a day. And then right there, that's all I really needed. I'm gonna copy all that over. Go like this, Alt L, boom, boom, and you're good. And then for here, you're gonna add like the little flourishes and like the little touches and the cuts and stuff. This is kind of like how I'd be thinking about beats for the most part. Now I just try to hear little pockets and come up with some cool stuff. I'm just gonna use this riser for my kits. Come here and add it to every switch, which would be like the verse, the bridge, back to the verse, to the hook. Let's go like that. Come up with something. I don't know if I like how loud, how high this thing is. Let's try to go lower with the bass and see if it doesn't distort it too much. If it works, then we might be good to go here. Alright guys, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope this helped you get laid. And yeah, get this thing to 2,000 likes. Let's see if this beat lands somewhere. I think next week I'm going to do some stuff with subscriber loops or something. You guys know me. I like doing like more vloggy stuff. I like doing that type of stuff. But in the meantime, I still want to have a lot of content, so I'm going to keep doing these type of things too. Yeah, peace.
Perfect.